Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the SWUS. We're into NFL Week 5. Week 4 was a good one for me, except it ended on a bad note. I had a good NFL Sunday, then I hit the Dolphins -2.5, and then I had Bengals and over in that Broncos game. That was like the worst football game of all time. So I lost both of those bets, so it ended on a bad note. And to make matters even uglier, Browning plays the Lions this week, and they run man coverage. So Browning against man coverage again. We got to talk about that at some point. But yeah, in this video, Thursday Night Football, 49ers, Rams, let's do it. I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce.
I shut all the lights out and forgot to record this part. So the action's been coming in one way on this one. Now, keep in mind, some of this movement might be a result of the injury update, but I think Purdy was announced out late on the 30th, I'm pretty sure. So it looks like in addition to the market moving because of the Brock Purdy and the injury updates, looks like they're also taking straight Rams money as well. They raised limits to 20K at 7.5, and it looks like they're still taking Rams money. Looks like Circa has this one up at 9 now.
All right, 49ers, Rams. It's crazy because this is a huge game. You got division rivals, 3-1 team against 3-1 team. Winner takes control of what is, at the moment, the best division in the NFL in terms of wins or losses. So this is a huge game. So why does it not feel like an awesome game? And I think part of the reason, well, obviously the injuries on the 49ers offense, but I think also part of the reason is this right here. This is an awful loss for the 49ers at home, 26-21 to the Jags. This is the type of loss that makes us reconsider everything we think about the 49ers this year. That was bad. And the offense is not, like I said, there's some injuries on the San Francisco side here. Brock Purdy's not going to play in this game. No Jennings, no Ayuk, obviously. No Kittle, obviously. No Ricky Pearsall. So in addition to Brock Purdy being out, we're going to see Mac Jones at quarterback again, and they're missing 4 of their top 5 receiving targets. In fact, you could probably say they're missing their top 4 receiving targets here. So, yeah, the entire 49ers passing attack is missing. And this is a road game against one of the strongest defenses in the NFL, in the Rams. So far this year, LA's defense, 6th in success rate, 5th in EPA. Not to mention, this is a Rams team that's kind of had the 49ers number recently. They're 0-3. The last 3 matchups against the Rams swept the 49ers last year. So, I mean, what are some reasons we might consider a 49ers bet here? Because I think we all know why the Rams should win this game. We all know why the Rams look better. You don't need me to tell you that. If you have a smartphone, if you watch the Red Zone channel, you know why the Rams should win this game because you've watched the NFL so far this year. So what I'm going to try to do is play devil's advocate and see if we can find some reasons to bet San Francisco here. It's slim pickings. So let's start with Mac Jones. Reason number 1 why you should maybe consider a 49ers bet, Mac Jones. We do have to point out that the 49ers offense actually looked efficient in the 2 games that Mac Jones started. In fact, he's got great numbers. Handled pressure well, took advantage of having a clean pocket, got the ball out quickly, 2.48 seconds. In fact, in terms of the overall 49ers offensive efficiency, the 2 games with Mac Jones were every bit as efficient, if not more efficient, than the 2 games with Brock Purdy. Both the Brock Purdy games and the Mac Jones games, they averaged 6 yards per play. In fact, the success rate was higher in the Mac Jones games. Now, they played the Cardinals and the Saints in those 2 games, and Brock Purdy played the Seahawks in Seattle, and then the Jags, who weirdly might have a good defense this year. So that's something we do have to consider. But right off the bat, we can say, hey, maybe there's not that big of a downgrade from Brock Purdy to Mac Jones. How much do we really downgrade the 49ers offense with this quarterback change? Maybe a point? 1.5 tops. I mean, keep in mind, a point is a serious movement. Justin Jefferson being out for the Vikings would move the line like a half point. So I don't think people realize, obviously the quarterback position is significant, and a quarterback change is the most influential position in all of sports. But the downgrade from Brock Purdy to Mac Jones might not be that huge. I mean, Brock Purdy, I'm not sure how great of a quarterback he is right now, and I'm not sure how bad of a quarterback Mac Jones is right now. And this Rams defense is kind of interesting because they looked excellent in the first 2 games. I mean, 14 points per game, 5.2 yards per play. They were putting out great defensive numbers in the first 2 games. The last 2 games, though, kind of shaky. 26.5 points allowed per game, 48.7% success rate, 6 yards per play. So in the last 2 games, the Rams defense hasn't looked nearly as good. Now you might say, well, Kyle, they played the Eagles and the Colts. Those are 2 good offenses. Okay, that's fair. But if you're going to play that card, you also have to say, well, in the first 2 games, they played the Texans and the Titans. Those are 2 of the bottom 3 or 4 offenses in the NFL so far this year. So if you're going to say, hey, Kyle, well, they played tough offenses, you also have to point out the fact that they played 2 insanely easy offenses to start the year. I honestly don't think it's that crazy to think that San Francisco might move the ball in this game. Kyle Shanahan has not had problems scoring points in this building during his tenure. Granted, this might be the worst offense he's had that he's trotting out on the field in years, but Kyle Shanahan has not had problems scoring points in this building. It's really the other side of the ball. This is where it's tough to make a case for San Francisco. I know you look at this graphic here. It kind of looks like these 2 units might be closely matched. They're not. The Rams offense, 6th in success rate, 10th in EPA. The 49ers defense, 18th and 14th. Oh, that's not bad. These 2 units are close, right? Well, not really. Without Nick Bosa, the 49ers just are not generating pressure. In fact, this is looking like a bottom 5 or 6 pass rush in the NFL. 23rd in pressure rate, 26th in time to pressure, and dropping like a stone without Nick Bosa. And Matt Stafford is a quarterback where, I mean, you just can't give this guy a clean pocket. If you want to beat Matt Stafford, you have to disrupt him. You have to make him uncomfortable. If you're going to give Matt Stafford a clean pocket, he's going to make the throws. I've said this before. Matt Stafford obviously getting up there in terms of age, but if you're going to give him a clean pocket and run support, there's not many quarterbacks I would take before Matt Stafford if he has those 2 things. Now, he's not a top 3 or 4 quarterback in the NFL anymore because of the other aspects of the game, mobility, escapability, obviously. But when it comes to having a clean pocket with run support, there's not many quarterbacks I would take before him. So 49ers lacking in the pass rush department. Matt Stafford should have clean pockets. And in addition to that, he's probably going to have run support as well, because this Rams run game is really getting going in the last 3 games. They're averaging 5.1 yards per carry, just under 130 rushing yards per game, over 48% success rate per rush. The Rams run game got off to a rough start against Houston, but it's been cruising the last 3. So Matt Stafford probably going to have clean pockets to throw from, probably going to have run support in this game. Now, if you're looking to poke holes in the Rams offense, you can point at the fact that Havenstein's probably not playing in this game, the right tackle. He's listed as doubtful. Same goes for Tyler Higbee. So, okay, they're missing a couple pieces. There's something if you're trying to back San Francisco. But they're also getting Steve Avila back, who I thought was coming back last week. He actually didn't play. So they're actually getting a piece on the offensive line back while they're losing Havenstein. And they also have DJ Humphries there, who's probably going to start at right tackle. Not that he's the greatest offensive lineman in the world, but he's got multiple years starting experience. So, yeah, it's thin. I really don't think this moves the needle much for me. After seeing this San Francisco defense get absolutely cooked on the ground by Jacksonville, it's just really tough to see them stopping this Rams run game that seems to be working, and they can't pressure the quarterback. They can't get to Stafford. It's tough to find avenues to the 49ers playing a good defensive game here. So, I mean, the Rams on paper should have no problems moving the ball. The Rams would have to be the play here. The problem is the number's long gone. I mean, if you like the Rams, you should have grabbed it at -3. You should have grabbed it at -4.5. It's over a touchdown now. I mean, I can't bet the Rams. I didn't get it early, so I can't bet the Rams now at over a touchdown. The number's long gone. I might be able to get behind an over, though. Look at the pace from these 2 teams. This is in terms of seconds between snaps. Both these teams in the top 5 of the NFL. So, okay, we might see a fast-paced football game here. The total opened at 47. It's being bought down. But then Brock Purdy got ruled out, and that probably explains some of the movement. It's down at 44.5 now. 44.5 is a low number considering we have 2 teams in the top 5 of pace. So I might be able to get down on an over. I don't think Mac Jones is that much of a downgrade as well, like I said. So maybe over 44.5. Have a little bit of hesitation, though, because the last time these 2 teams met, the final score was 12-6. 12-6, not exactly an over game. So, yeah, I definitely don't love it. Give me the over, 44.5. And as far as a side, I mean, I'm not taking San Francisco. Favorites have also had a lot of success on Thursday Night Football. Let's do a Wong teaser. Rams minus. You shouldn't do Wong teasers, by the way. You can't get minus 110s anymore. Wong teasers are dead. So don't. This is just for fun. Rams minus 1.5, and I'll pair it with Jets plus 1.5 against Dallas. There you go. Wong teaser. Rams minus 1.5. Jets plus 2.5 for this one.